What's going on, YouTube? Back with another build video. So if you guys been watching, you know, we've been dropping a lot of builds. I've been just going back through all my builds and just saying what I liked about all the builds that I made, what I don't like, what I would change, what I wouldn't change, and just been showing you why I feel like these builds that I made are really good builds or really bad builds, but none of them are bad builds. Why would I make a bad build? So this one is now my switchable lock. So this one was pretty much my twos lock, but you can run them anywhere because he's a lock. You can run a lock anywhere, but he's really made for two. So you're gonna see why once we get into it. He's 6'9", 215, 7'2" wingspan, and let's get into it. So the first thing I did was I put my block. We're gonna go what's most important. I put my block at 89. Now reminder, this build was made for twos. You can change what you gotta change, but this build was made for twos. I got two cap breakers, didn't even know where I wanted to put them. All right, let me log in. I got two. We put it at an 89, then I moved it to an 84 because this was also a test. I wanted to see how block was in this game. I put it at a 94 because that's where you get Hall of Fame. No, you only get it on gold. You get gold paint patroller, but you get Hall of Fame high flying denier. You would have had it if you just left it at a 93. But I don't know why I put it up to a 94. I guess I was tweaked out, but put it at a 94. And I put my steel at 85. You don't need it any higher. 85 is probably the sweet spot when you go for steel. 85 perim, 88 interior. Now, like I said, he's switchable lockdown defender. So 88, I can guard bigs. 85, I can guard guards. So you're a pure lock guarding 1 through 5. And only thing I will say is speed and agility are probably a little low. If you're guarding a really fast small guard, you're gonna have probably a few problems, but you're gonna get a lot of bumps because you're stronger and you have the perimeter. So you're perfectly fine with all these stats being how they are. You get good badges. 88 defensive rebound. Is that max? That is max. I wanted to try to get the 92 for gold rebound chaser. I believe that's gold. That is gold. Couldn't get it, so I just started max plus oneing it. That was pretty much the only solution I could get, and the 85 vert helps with that. 85 strength gives you some of the badges that you need. I keep doing that. It gives you immovable enforcer gold, which I think is probably one of the better badges. Try to get a higher brick wall, but you need like a 90 because these are twos, and I set screens with them. But you get gold post lockdown. You can max plus one that if you need to. But yeah, you get some pretty good badges with them. Ball handle, I move at a 70. If you guys know me, I always move my ball handle up. It's just who I am, but you can probably drop that down a lot lower. You do not need it there. And speed with ball is 60, so I can put the ball on the ground here and there, but this is my twos build and I'm running with a good guard, so I don't need to. And like I said, this is a twos build. I have a guard that's ISOing for the most part or just running pick and roll, pick and pop, so I don't have the ball in my hands, so I'm not passing. And as long as you have stamina, your passes are gonna be perfectly fine. So that's why I went with the low pass act. So if you're running threes or fives more and you actually are touching the ball a lot more, obviously bring your pass act up. But if you're not touching the ball, don't touch your pass act because you don't need it. Now sometimes you do have to score, so I do put my ball handle up and I know how to score. So that's why you see me put my ball handle and speed with ball up no matter what. And it also doesn't cost a lot at 6'9". Like if I'm trying to max it out and nothing else was that important. So 55 pass act. I know you guys are probably gonna try to roast it, but like I said, it was made for twos. If you're playing threes or fives, bring this up because you're gonna have to. I didn't need free throw because once again, he's made for twos. 3-pointer at an 81. Now in the beginning, I was struggling because I make my own jump shots. I don't really look up jump shots like that, but this time I actually had to because I couldn't hit nothing. And then I was just jumping from jump shot to jump shot. For some reason, this was the hardest build for me to shoot with for a minute, but I figured it out. I found a good jump shot, so I'm gonna show you guys a low jump shot that you can use for a 6'9" build. Finishing, I don't really finish. I can drive and dunk. I'm not trying to dunk on people. If I cut back door with the small guard on me, I can get that, or I can do the standing. So I'm not trying to dunk. I'm here to play defense 1 through 5. And just shoot the ball in the corner when the ball comes to me. So when I play twos and I'm using my lock, I'm a pick and popper, or I'm just corner sitting. So I don't have the ball in my hand. So that's why I would put that there. My next cap breakers is confusing me because I don't know where I want to put them at because I'm about to get another +5 once I hit vet 2. But for now, I really don't know where I want to put them. I guess it's all preference based with this build. If I had to change something with the build, I would bring my block down obviously to the 93 because I don't know why I put it there. Maybe I gotta look again, but probably gonna put the rest of these cap breakers. I wouldn't change nothing about this build. I think it's a solid build. It's not my favorite build. It's probably my least favorite build that I made, just due to the struggles that I had, and I feel like it's also one of my slower builds. I want them to be faster, but you really can't be that fast, and I try to help out with making a higher takeover, a takeover that gives me speed, but I was having such problems like rebounding with the build when I was running twos with a 99 border, so I went with a board takeover instead of one that helps me with speed, because a lot of these don't really help with speed and agility. I was trying to find one that gives me speed and agility, but the only one that does is slice, and I couldn't get that, so I decided not to risk it, and I felt like boards was more important for the twos that I was running, so I probably could use glass gunner. Hold on, 4, 6, 7. It's pretty solid, but this one goes all the way to the 99. Badges, where we at? You see the badges that we get. Some solid badges, you know what I'm saying? He's a 1 through 5 lock, so you're not gonna have like all of them on legend. That's not how it works, because you just can't. But I would say I usually max +1 set shot specialist, because like I said, I was struggling with shooting, so I usually max +1 that. But you can max +1 whatever you want, rebound chaser, paint patroller, whatever you want on this build. And I usually max +1 post lockdown, because he's a smaller build. Post moves were pretty cheesy, so I usually do max +1 or brick wall if I want to set better screens. So those are the two I use with that. SIGs, I'm gonna show you the jump shot first that I finally found. I was deleting jumpers, I was changing jumpers, jumper after jumper. This is probably the most I ever made with one build since build 1. But which one am I using? 3? Yeah, I'm using 3. So here we go. Wendell Moore Jr., Rudy Gay release 1, Oscar release 2, 63% Oscar, and right on the tip of push, pause, right on push, that's where we're gonna put it at. And that's the jump shot that I finally started like sticking with, and this is the one I got most comfortable with this build. Most important SIGs I'm only gonna run through with this build. Dunk style, I think I just put on standing, and I put on athletic hangs off 1. That's all you need with this build. You're not sitting here trying to dunk on people, only backdoor cuts if necessary. For some reason I put on Anthony Lamb motion style. I don't know why I did that, but I like it. Don't judge me. Go-to shot, I don't use it. Dribble pull-up Pro 2 is my favorite, and the rest of these I was playing around with. Besides post hop shot, I do kind of use sometimes. I like Kobe's, but none of those are important. Dribble style, I go Zion. You can go Zion or normal. The rest of these are preference until you get to escape. I will go pro. I will go pro escape. I will go behind the back, definitely go Kawhi. Step back, I go Vince Carter. And triple threat, go Kobe. Everything else, all preference based with a build like this. Like I said, he's off ball, you're a lock, you're not gonna have the ball in your hands like that. It's mainly made for twos, so that's the build. If I had to change something to be a full all-around lock, I don't think there's really much to change. If I could have, I would have tried to make him a little bit faster. I probably would go with a build like this. I would go with the 6-7 lock that we just posted a little while ago. So if you can, I'll probably link that at the top if I remember to. If not, then just click our profile. We got the 6-7 lockdown. That lockdown, I will say, is better guarding 1 through 5 and rebounding. But this is a taller build. I would say that other build's faster too. So I would say that's a better 6-7, like taller lock you can make. I would say if you're trying to make a better like perimeter lock, go with the 6-4 that we have, the 6-4 lock. But yeah, we got locks on locks on locks. You can also go with the 6-8, like two-way point forward. That one's also a lock, so we got some pretty good lockdown builds. You really can't mess up a lockdown build like that, but yeah, this build, I wouldn't change much. There's not much to change, but make it based off of your play style and preference. Like if you're not running twos and you're not just corner sitting, move your pass sack up. But honestly, 55, I'm not gonna lie, I got another build with only a 55. You're perfectly fine at a 55, so it's your preference. Up next, what build we got up next? Let me see. Up next, we should have the build that I started playing around in the rec with. So this one, I call my Rod Wave build, but you'll see him in the next one. So He's only, I just finished him a little while ago. He's at 96. I'm not maxing him out. Try to make him look like Rod Wave, but that build's about to be next. I really like the build. I was making him just to joke around with, but I'll get into that in the next one. So you guys see that one. You guys can check that one out, but the rest of these builds are already out, so go ahead and check those out. Check out all the builds we got, and check out the rest we got on our channel if you're trying to find a good build to use. And I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.